My name's Dan Wimbush, otherwise known as Wimb. Welcome to the first of what we're hoping will be a weekly podcast devoted to all things Reading Football Club.
Trenta has got all the ability to be a top footballer, else he wouldn't have been at Real Madrid in the first place. I said this from the beginning. It's not that I think he's a bad footballer, I just think he's an unprofessional joke.
Could you imagine that?
I think it surprised him. If Ho Bakpan suddenly turns the best holding sort of midfielder in the country.
It would be a real surprise, yeah.
Is that how Robson Canoe? Where's Ho Bakpan? We could have had the next Makalele.
We need the yak.
Bring the yak back.
All the shows I do, I say the same thing about Reading all the time. They give you that little bit of hope, and then they yank it from underneath you. And it's still happening now.
It's a bit of a ridiculous comparison, but David Silva.
Johnny Williams, I will not have David Silva and Hal Robson Canoe mentioned in any comparison.
Least improved player. Right, it's a Hal Robson Canoe landslide, unfortunately. Hal, try and get you moved in January. This club wants it.
Morrison. Yeah.
Well, as Johnny's cough sounds a lot like Sean Morrison.
We're a family-friendly show, Mark.
With the mailbag bulging, the fans are certainly still with us.
Like I said, when things are going bad, you get a bulging mail sack. Oh, I'd be careful I said that.
I'm sorry, usually Johnny's the one that sits on the fence. I know you're fairly new to this podcast, Steve, but Johnny's usually the one that sits on the fence.
I'd like to take offence at that statement.
So is there any way you can force supporters to chant? That's the question. No, you can't force them to chant.
Don't know, electric cattle prod can do brilliant things.
I've never been more excited.
Swift! Sorry, Mrs. Johnny.
Yeah, I've been trolled.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to say.
It's sponsored by a giraffe sanctuary.
Flamingo?
We've had flamingos, camels and giraffes. The Tilehurst End Podcast brings you it all. My legendary pronunciation skills continue. Plans to Modi Stugu. I can't even pronounce the name. Modi Sugu?
It's not a jolly season, as I mentioned, for Nigel Atkins. He has been sacked. The Reading manager has been sacked. Steve Clarke, no longer in a job. Reading manager Brian McDermott has been sacked.
Hey, look, we had Elroy Cromie as an interview guest the other day, so all the big names here on the Tilehurst End Podcast.
Mr. Simon Osborne.
Evening, gents. How are we?
John Halls.
How are you?
Former Reading defender Elroy Cromie.
I'm also sort of proud. I had the chance to play for Reading.
Shaka, thanks very much for taking the time to join us.
You're very welcome, Dan. Anytime.
Kevin Doyle.
And just waited for everyone to fight and pop out of the bush. What I didn't realise was he sat in dog in the bush.
One Mr. Stuart Lovell.
My basic wage was £90 per week.
Although ironically I got asked for ID today, I've never been so
No
chuffed.
way.
I'll be trying to chat me up.
So let's get your address.
My 10-year-old son was stood next to me. I thought, come on, you know what I mean? He's 10. Do the maths.
Listen, if I wanted to listen to DJ Mega Party announcing the flipping team like it's the blinking top 40 in the charts, and I'd listen to the top 40 in the
I
charts.
can imagine that in a past life, DJ Mega Party was DJing at Mega Bowl in Calcutta on a Friday night.
Cat stops play.
Surreal.
How's she got up here?
Knee-jerk reactions, here we go.
Get the sausage rolls on order, get the bus painted.
Mate, I'm in the West. It's prawn sandwiches all the way.
Wow.
The positivity of the positive is so positive.
You've heard it here first, folks. 2 out of 3 of us predicting promotion.
You wait, right, till these 3 or 4 flops and be like, shocking signings, why did you do it?
Hans Fernandez, gosh. We've only got him on loan.
Bring back Akman.
Bring back man.
Apologies for this very brief, rough and ready link. But then again, what would you expect from such an unprofessional joke of a podcast?
Don't see many rich gamblers.
Well, no, you don't in general, but you only have to have one big win. Gamble it away.
Yeah, gamble away. That's about 5 gambler wares in.